Alright, I'm Major Freak. Welcome to commentary on a video I made of Starsector. So let's get this started. I will set it up to ×4 speed. I've got the same mods as I had at the beginning of the game. I've just added one as I planned, the DIABLE. But it also, because I added mid-game, it ignored my expectation of not having the faction in space. No, it actually had the systems and the blueprints and everything. I just expected it to be, so I'd face it in bounties when I'm bounty hunting alone, or pirates, or such and such, right? But no, it's got the actual systems, so I'll have to deal with that. Let's tone down the sound a bit. Okay, so I figured out I figured out how the best way to do convoy missions. If you have time on your hands and you have enough cargo space and you believe you can defend this convoy, it doesn't matter if you're full of cargo, because it's a return trip. So you can dump all your original cargo in storage, and then when you come back, you can pick up where you left off. Now, you can change the direction of these guys. If you sneak up behind them close enough, they'll deke to the left or the right. That's why I like to keep a lot of space. Now, in this kind of instance, I'll probably let my no, I think I manually control it. Yeah, these focus are great, and now they've got a bit more, I believe I put a bit more storyline investment into them, that they've got even more flux capacity. One sec. Had to sneeze. Thank God for the mute button. Yeah, this microphone's awesome. It's HyperX solo cast, and it's got a nice big mute button on the very top of it. So nice change from my previous iterations when I was doing videos with a very small mute button that was hard to figure out. Wasn't very user-friendly. So yeah, I'm kind of shite when it comes to trying to deal manual piloting. Now, I love these wolves. I've got explosive lasers on them from the Jackunder's advanced arms. Just a wonderful. It's like got 1,000 range on it, and explosive. It's great. Yeah, and with my hypervelocity focus, which come from the Tahlan shipworks mod, so that's it. I love those destroyers. They're awesome. Just retreating, my guys, so I don't get them too much into combat readiness depletion. But those little ships that I have, these are really nice. They last forever. Their combat readiness is great, and it's very high too, so even if you start losing it, you'll have a bit more time to play with. Yes, mopping up right now. I used to really love going in with a lot of fighters or a lot of missile ships, but I have turned away from the missile ship doctrine of having missile spam. Back in the days when you had mass pylum spam, it was funny. It was pretty awesome. So I had a problem. There's one problem with the convoys, that if you don't pursue and you just salvage and leave, it'll bug out and assume you're leaving them to die, and you'll fail your convoy mission. So you, if I recall correctly, you always have to pursue them in order to contribute to the mission success. Otherwise, you'll fail, which kind of sucks. You'd think you'd be able to let them mop up and not worry about it because, they're running away. But, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I've added just enough mods to make it interesting without it being clunky. I'd like to have next relics so I could have that interesting aspect of, NPCs conquering other NPCs systems. It's kind of cool, but I just wanted to avoid the complexity of it and just stick as close to possible to vanilla with a lot of quality of life mods. Like this, the market thing. Yeah, the market. This stuff telling you what's a good deal to snap up and what's a good deal to sell to. It is really nice. It helps a lot cut down the confusion of just staring at this bunch of stuff and having to go, oh, great, here we go again, and, going the F1 for everything, trying to figure out which one is in surplus. Whereas this will tell you, oh, these are in surplus. Obviously, it's going to be a great deal to snap up some, most of the time. But yeah. Trying to pick up 2 of everything so I can experiment back home. Keep enough, keep around 2,000 troops, crew, so I have a good surplus, so if I get into trouble, I won't suddenly be under crewed. It's a dangerous spiral to get into. Got enough fuel, and of course we're doing a return trip, so I don't really need to look at any market opportunities. I'm just going back to my departure station. Checking if there's anything there, whether there's a ship I can snap up for cheap, or whether there's some commodities I can sell them right away, or something to look forward to in the future. Because once I get back to the departure, I can go anywhere I want. And checking out potential lucrative contracts for delivery is great. I don't much like procurement, but deliveries, yeah, that's my bread and butter. So these guys take a little bit and then they scoot off home. If you scoot off from them right now, you'll fail the mission. You have to wait till they're underway en route, and then you can depart from them for up to 7 days. And that's what I did last time to pick up the Focus. I risked it, and it turned out pretty good. I was able to go quite a little detour, not too much, the next system over, dip into a planet close to a jump point, grab the Focus, jump back out, or translate out using transverse, and book it for the last known location of, and you get a real live update of where you're like you'll get one of these icons on the map when you go your intel for missions, and it'll show you exactly where your convoy is, so you can hightail it that way and catch up to them again without failing the mission, which is kind of cool. Alright, so trying to stay well behind them. And of course I jump in and take part in anything they get involved in. This is all AI letting it control it. Should be fairly easy. I think I call in a few more ships. Maybe not. Yeah, having these little Centurions, they're tough. guard your main cruisers, main destroyers. That's really helpful. It's kind of a little a breather, so your flux management can be okay on your main combat ship, which I really like. So it's worked out. It's working out incredibly well. So those Centurions are definitely worth it. It looks like I didn't have to call in anybody else. Cool. And of course I have to join the pursuit. And I want to get all of them, so. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Splap. Yeah, having the wolves and those high-tech ships you saw get in on the pursuit, oh, it just cleans it up, no problem. Yeah, just making sure my convoy makes it to hyperspace, and then I head in on after them. Oh. Alright. Yeah, it's nice. Sometimes you'll actually get a convoy that goes in system. It's pretty funny. I wasn't able to join one. I wanted to, but it's pretty cool. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, this one's going to be tough. So I let them contact the convoy so I can get them involved too, and then book it with most of my officers. And right about now I'll add more ships. Yeah, I'll add the Guardians. And I added in my ship, and I put my ship on autopilot, I think. Yeah, I have. Oh, moving about a bit too fast. I have to be careful of that. Yeah, I thought I'd followed the action, but it's a bit too jerky. I'll have to be careful of moving a little bit too fast here. Yeah, I'll have to be aware of that next time I play. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, this jerking about to see all the action, if I'm going to do that, I'll definitely just press my sensor manager and go into this map and just watch them and avoid all this jerking about, because at normal speed it looks smooth, but at times 4 it's really bad. Yeah, cleaning these guys up really nicely. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, there will be more coming in from the top. But I think I deal with them pretty handily. Yeah, just getting everybody who's got their CR about to go down out of here. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do that. Yeah, I'll have to go to sensor manager and watch the action from there, so it's not so jerky. That is really hard to follow. Damn, that's a pity. I could record and slow down the time. I suppose I could do that, put it back to normal speed while I'm doing this kind of battle, but yeah, I might consider doing that next combat if we have a combat, just so the action isn't so jerky. Besides, that's what everybody watches for, the combat. I'm using advanced gunnery controls, telling most of the explosive to target armor alone, like a hypervelocity, avoid armor, just shoot at shields, and the explosive, just shoot at armor. Some of the ships I'll have at default, but not many. Like the Focus are default, but go. I think most of these get away. I think. Yeah. Just don't have enough punchy ships. Yeah, you need a lot of shield destroying ships. I didn't have enough. You have to have enough that'll incapacitate shields very quickly, or be very close range damage intensive, or else it doesn't work. Alright, here we go. And all during that time, I was worried about pirate force going after my colony. But initially it said 17 days to form up and then 45 days to travel. So I figured I'd have enough time to get here and back. So like, and unfortunately I forget about my fuel that I dumped off here because I was overloaded at the initial start of the mission by taking on all that stuff. So unfortunately I forget I have fuel in storage. Boo. And the cool thing is, once you get to your destination and do all those missions, whatever you sold or the convoy brought, it's suddenly oversupply, so you can actually buy them yourself. So that's pretty cool. Take advantage of that. So it's 103. November 14th. So that mission took me September 23rd. So September, October, November. So that took me a month. So that took me, what, say 45 days tops, say 40 days. Yeah, so that took about 40 days. So it does take a lot of time, but it's not too long. Unfortunately, sometimes the convoy decides to take the scenic route, which is really annoying. It doesn't do the least time through the jump points. It'll sometimes take the longest, like fringe or the furthest jump point possible from its destination, which is kind of annoying. But sometimes allows you to detour and stop at a station along the way. So now I'm free and clear. Head right back down. Get back to base. Making sure all my... I noticed some weird stuff going on with my advanced gunnery controls, so I just corrected that. Now, where is... I'll dump off my stuff. I think I get some ships. Oh yeah, outfit this one. I had a hard time getting the advanced beam laser, the blue thing, to fire correctly. I had it avoid armor, but it seemed it would like to shoot at armor regardless. It was really annoying, and the chemical lasers wouldn't. So but for the most part it was okay. It was very squishy, very glass cannon. You'll see this ship is very glass cannon. And I think demoted her because I wanted her to get energy, and I lucked out. Spoiler alert, I did get an energy skill for her once she leveled up. just making this ship with reinforced bulkheads, because it no longer has, they no longer have, either of them have officers, so they might get destroyed, which is a bad thing. So just make sure that's happening. I'm okay with their levels. I used to have maximum level 8, but I'll just chill. I'll also want to adjust before I start playing again. I want to adjust the settings to make my player level get past, I think the maximum is 15. I'll probably make it level 20. I think that's what I did last time. Just drinking some water there. Yeah, and I left these ships, both these ships, on. I'll bring them along only for the pirate interception. But yeah, I left them at default advanced gunnery controls as well. So I think, oh, I'll deke over there and deal with that. But spoiler alert, I think I end up missing the pirate fleets, and they jump in system, and it's a bit of a pain trying to find them, which is kind of annoying. I wish I hadn't gone for that distress call, but you know, role playing. So it was like, oh great, where did they go in? So I figured they must be going for my gas giant planet, but no, they weren't there. So I'm like, oh great, where are they? And there's one, and the other one's, I'm pointing with my finger, the other one's down here, down south somewhere, south of the celestial. So I go in with a light load, mainly because I just want to level her up, get as much experience as possible. And it looks like a semi-easy fleet to deal with, except for these annoying things. My cursor is hovering over that phase ship. That hopefully you'll be able to see the cursor in the video. So of course I take damage because I'm derpy. And right about now I should be bringing in reinforcements. Am I happy so far? No, I'll probably bring in reinforcements. Especially because of those damn phase ships. They are so annoying. They end up actually annoying the heck out of that laser ship there. Just keep circling it. Yeah, these are great. They won't kill things very quickly, but they sure will overload them, keep them incapacitated, and eventually whittle them away. Especially that big ship. Yeah, those big clunky ships, those eradicators are trying to take care of, is very, very tough in the hull department. Very tough to kill. Very stubborn to kill. Laser ship should make short work of it though. Oh, and my little frigate. You see there with the flamer? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I might switch out its laser on the left flank into something more useful than a phase lance, which it has currently. All right. I don't have much luck setting things to kill. I pick the ones that are too fast and they just run away, and I miss the chance to kill the others. Yeah, this thing is really annoying. I think I personally I would like to have one for myself because they're so damn fast. All right, which skill do I pick? See, I figure, uh-oh, I'm gonna run out at 15. I was going for 4 of these and then 1 of these, but I figure, oh wait, I've got 2, 3. I'm gonna run out of points before I max out at level 15, and then I think I got shields. But yeah, definitely for next time, I'll try to remember to set the settings for level 20, so I don't have to worry and I can actually get some of the skills I want. Did I? That's hilarious. I forgot I hadn't gotten navigation for my player character. Huh. Got them all for elite for my NPCs, but just hadn't bothered with my player yet. It's pretty funny. I do like the Ibis. I'm concerned about taking out fighters. I haven't found a point defense that reliably takes out fighters. I do like the Swarmer, the missile pack you see there. But, yeah, bit of a pain taking out ships. Now I'm like, okay, where is it? I'm like really confused. It's like, has it attacked this station yet? No. Like, where is it? But it's definitely now south. I'm like, okay, where the hell? And I just keep doing, there we go. Found it. So all my officers and the eradicators, just for, just so I can finish it quickly. I'm assuming I'll be wiping the floor with these guys. Let's do normal speed. Normal speed. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit more sedate. Bringing in some defensive ships frigates to help out everybody. Just give them a little bit of, like I said, breathing space so they can manage flux easier. Yeah, that's the Sunder. That's what I'm thinking. The level 4 character's ship, the laser one. It's called the Sunder. Those are called hammerheads. I forget what that carrier's called, but the missile ship there in the southwest there, that's called an Ixon. It's got some laser guns on them. Should take a short look at that. Yeah, boom. Yeah, that Sunder is way too much of a glass cannon. What I'll probably have to do is make sure that I have some frigates guarding it as a priority over all the others. That way it won't get overloaded so easily. Oh, and this ship, right? This ship. It was very interesting. It took out both of my hammerheads. I actually was able to salvage it after the battle, being very, very interested in how it was fit, because it overpowered my destroyers a little too easily. So definitely wanted to steal its concept. It had some Plover rockets, and I'm not sure if those rockets helped it give my guys some issues. Yeah, not really. Well, let's see. guess. Those rockets did do some damage. Yeah. Annihilation. Yeah, it won't last too long now. Yeah. With this many hypervelocity drivers, it won't last too long at all. But yeah, it made a good showing for itself, that's for sure. Now I'm looking in real close to see what it's got. It's got two types of missiles on the left and right. Sorry, the port and starboard flanks. One's a Nocturne DEM. But the other one, what is the other one? Hopefully it'll get disabled so I can see it. Sabot. So it's got a Sabot SRM on the port side. Where's the port side? I got time, I can look it up. Yeah, what do you use your cell phone for? Right hand side. Yeah, I was right. Okay, port is left. Got it. That's so. Yeah, I'll always send these guys up there and these guys up there. You can't, if you select all of them and click on one location, even the ones down south go for that location. I don't know why that is. Or if you say you select a waypoint, everything will go for that. It's so bizarre. So that's why I do what I do. Besides, if you've got two waypoints for those intercepting frigates, you can cancel one and have the other side continue to encroach on the center, rather than having both sides automatically start intercepting ships by themselves. Yeah, 2 hammerheads, and I definitely, it'll be overstaffed, but I definitely want that ship. Yeah, I'm overstaffed by a tiny bit, so I don't really care. But yeah, it's like, definitely want that ship. You took out 2 of my ships, I want you. So I was kind of happy I was able to salvage it. Normally you can't. Yawn. Alright. Get it back up to fast speed. I have to get the hotkey for this. There we go. I keep 60 metals just in case I want to build a sensor platform or something like that. I have sometime through this video, through this session, I end up getting rid of most of my rare metals. So that kind of stymied me when I went to build a sensor platform. But hey, can't be perfect. So I'm like, what do I put here? It's like I can't seem to put, like I forgot what fighters this ship had. I don't think it even mounted any fighters when I was playing against it, because you just don't have the points. Yeah, so one more state beam and you're maxed out. It's kind of crazy. I was like, okay, put that back in the sort. Until I get a state beam, I won't be playing with it. Everybody's maxed out almost. Just one more player to go, one more NPC to go to level 5. That's the one I demoted. So I'm a bit greedy. I'm using a lot of cores for my colony, so that's why my threat crisis is going up so quickly. So, oops. I like the combat results. They're kind of cute. Now let's see if I'm doing it the right speed. Yeah, I'm giving myself enough to, like, if you really wanted to look at the combat results, you can pause it. So that's why I was doing it that way. That was good to watch your own videos, figure out what you're doing wrong. Yeah, it was like, oops, I need to go back and get that fuel. So I'll upgrade both of my patrol HQs. And spoiler alert, later on in this session I add 3 more patrol HQs and foolishly click hazard pay on those planets. I end up almost going broke because of that. So oops, I wish if I could do this whole thing again. I would make 3 extra patrol HQs on planets on a couple of planets, or sorry, a few planets that I chose, but I wouldn't have I wouldn't have added hazard pay for those 3 planets. And I totally forgot about making a megaport. I should have gone for a megaport ages ago. I just completely forgot I could upgrade the spaceport to a megaport. It's been at least 2 years since I last played, so bit of a noob there. So I'm not really interested in taking the convoy. It's not going to a good place. So I think I grab all the metals and head to Kazarone. Pretty sure. What do I do? I forget what it... Oh. I went exploring. Go to the middle of the system, hit a active sensor. They're kind of cool ships. I'll just leave it there. Come back later. Just a matter of, is it worth scanning anything in the system? Am I nearby something? Sure, why not? And then, I won't scan all the system, just whatever's convenient or interesting, and then I'll translate back out. This entire session I didn't find a useful planet at all in the many systems I did explore. And it's nice because I love that colony I just made and the location, so I'll definitely use this seed map seed again. So by exploring all the planets in this universe, I'll be able to, next time I play, be able to know where the best planets to go to, so I don't faff about wasting so much time. The grind of exploring all the planets is just unreal. You can spend so much. Like, I spent 6 hours playing this session. It's crazy. Oh, these are so easy. I went in with all my ships that had explosive on, and they made short work of the ships. Notice I don't have any focus because they're just type of velocity. Yep. Dog meat. Kaboom. Yay. Yeah, amazingly, I don't have any storyline points invested in those hammerheads. They're just straight up. So they're quite useful. And they're cheap when you lose it, so you can always repair them afterwards and not pay that much. They're just destroyers that I had at the beginning of the game. Now, here's the thing. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. It looks too powerful. But then I was like, wait a minute. Why not? So I go back and I engage it because I want to see, you know, I mean, they're guarding the ship. That's almost a mothership kind of thing. What's it guarding? I want to salvage that ship that they're guarding. Spoiler alert, I totally blow through that portion of the salvage and don't choose to use a storyline point to get the ship. I was quite shocked at my impatience there, or just plain habit of just, you know, I don't want to spend a story point, but I should have. So quite foolish on my part. Yeah, let's slow the stuff down. There we go. So that guardianship was easier to take out than I realized. Wow, everything seems so slow motion when you slow it down to normal speed. This is the speed I was playing at? Wow. It seems quite sedate. So I am on autopilot right now. You can usually tell my ship's on autopilot when I target select an enemy. Usually I don't tend to do that. Yeah, it was a little bit too easy to overwhelm and take out. Watch, I'll just be like, yeah, continue. And then I don't even think. I just click it. I was like, no. I have so few storyline points that I've got in a habit lately of not using a storyline point, but I should have. And right then I realized, oh crap, I didn't. Oh no. Forgot to salvage that ship they were guarding. No. So I'll never know. Next time. I don't think the seeds include loot, like where the loot is spawned. And since I got some blueprints from the DIABLE from a salvage point in one of the systems, I think loot might be spawned when you enter the system, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll definitely have to test that in a replay when I play this map seed again. Yeah, I really like the 250% systems spawned. Really like it. The Procgen settings are great, and Procgen itself is pretty cool. I am not complaining about that mod. I did at first because I thought it was giving me a low amount of Terran planets. I was quite disappointed in it. I thought by adding all these planets, it was hampering my chances of finding Terran planets. But yeah, I played a vanilla game without the mod, and it was like, wow, I couldn't find any Terran planets. I found a Terran alternate, something, Terran eccentric planet. I spent hours just surveying planets on God mode using the console, and I couldn't bloody find anything. It was amazing. So yeah, do like that mod. Yada yada. Most of these domain probes have just have, you know, that kind of this kind of salvage instead of anything more. It's quite interesting. It's a, you know, good influx of supplies and fuel though. So hey, so I'll waste my time going around the outer system looking for stuff en route to my next destination. Yeah, just you bump into something, it's fun. Yeah, I wish we could make we can alter the clouds in system. I can alter the, using Procgen, I can alter the amount of hyperspace clouds, but yeah, altering the, the density of these damn clouds in system would be nice. I guess the devs thought it would be aesthetic, but it's just mainly annoying instead. Oh, closing out, scanning every single planet here. Sorry, yawning. Yeah, definitely need a nap. Had a tough day at work again. Yeah, I get annoyed when I'm going through asteroid belts and I bap off something and my flagship gets damaged. I'm like, oh no, there goes a bunch of supplies. And that's it for that. I think I translate out. Yeah. Zip. And where to next? Yeah, just keep exploring. I'll usually just, what I'll typically do when I don't have a lot of time on my hands is just look at the system, translate out. Sometimes go to the middle of the system and do an active sensor burst. Nothing's there, translate out. Yeah, it's like, anything interesting to go scan? Nah, let's go. Yeah. Keep going. What I'm going to do... Oh, it's at normal speed. Lol. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Gotta remember the hotkey for this. There we go. Yeah, I'll eventually explore every planet, but right now it's mostly check out the layout of the system. Does it look cool? Not. Okay, let's leave. But at least I've explored it. So when a bounty comes along that's in for that system, I can actually look in the system to see what kind of system it is. What's the layout, if it's worth taking that mission. Because if it's for a combat mission that doesn't specify what planet it's hiding at, it can get really annoying to find it. So having a large system, and Procgen does make a lot of these systems really large, whether it's worth taking that mission or not. Which is too bad. I wish all missions would have had to cough there. I wish all missions, combat missions, would send you to a planet where where the enemy is orbiting, and have them avoid faffing about, because when they faff about, it tends to get them killed. They bump into enemies and they get bumped off. All right, colony to level size 5. I can make another. So I'm like, what do I do? I end up going with tech mining, and I'm like, okay, I want to see the results of this tech mining thing. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that my production output is to my secondary planet where I don't have my storage, so I can actually see what I'm getting from tech mining. Which, spoiler alert, was blueprints in the beginning, but then nothing afterwards in the blueprint section. Blueprint department, huh? Yeah, check the center. Uh-oh. So impending attack. The Pathers are going to send about 4 fleets towards me from a system way down in the southeast. So I have tons of freaking time before I have to worry about it. But it definitely is on my mind. So military bases have been built at my 2 main colonies. So I've got decent fleets now guarding my system. I want more, but it'll take time to save up enough money to be able to afford it. Ooh, that's a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, I take a lot of damage on my port side, but I eventually just turn my starboard side around and have it face that way. But it gets a bit hairy, I think, in this. Yeah. Do I blow up, actually? I forget. I might actually blow up. I'm actually go boom. Yeah, here we go. I go boom. It's like, quick, turn my least affected side towards them, and yeah, I'm dead. Boom. Oops. Did I bring in my wolves to deal with the armor? You know, that's pretty funny. I didn't bring in my wolves. What the heck? Like I brought it, like last time I faced this type of enemy, I brought in my wolves and my frigates that actually do explosive damage, the advanced ones. But I didn't this time. I just brought my focus and my hammerheads and my Ixon. That's hilarious. My standard one. Which, yeah, I can guarantee you if I'd gone in with my other loadout, they would have wiped the floor with these guys. But yeah, guess I was lazy. But yeah, the focus are alright. Yeah, that blaster you heard right there going off from that frigate, it was just an energy weapon, not a ouch, not an explosive. Kaboom. Yeah. Bad deployment on my part. Yep. Thank God I brought a lot of crew. Right. So I found out where our mothership is. Why am I going slow enough? I think I'm going too quickly. Yeah, I think this way is bad. I was trying this way, just smoothly going through, but it's too jerky. I think what I'll do is, if I'm going to show the battle results, I'll do it in that graduated step-by-step process instead of a smooth thing that turned out to be really bad to watch. Because, yeah, you could pause, but it could be blurred when you pause it, so that's the whole key point of looking at battle results. You'll want to pause and look at it more without it being blurry. What did I end up deciding? I was thinking I've got limited time until I have to deal with the Pather invasion. Where do I go? Yeah, I stubbornly, like, I'm thinking, what's the point in surveying all these planets when I'm never ever going to go in and colonize that neutron star? It's like kind of silly of me to do this. I wasn't thinking about could there be ruins on these planets. No, I'm just like, I want to do something dangerous. Dirt. Yeah, I'll leave that in space for now. I think it's one of those advanced frigates. Yeah, so I'm like, yay, megaport. Woohoo. Yeah, makes 20% access extra. Pretty nice in the tech mining. Oh, wife. Give me a sec. All right, where was I? All right. Do a bit more exploring. Oh yeah, sorry. One of my friends sent a couple of Discord messages at me. Yep, there we go. I got my Sunder escorted by Centurions. Yay me. Smart thinking. It's just a fairly easy battle. I just let the AI deal with it. I won't speed it up. Well, yeah, I won't speed it up. Wasn't that interesting? I think I mostly paid attention to my ships, maybe? Yeah, tried to kill it. Darn. Kill stealer. Yeah, this zooming around the battle space, just to sightsee is not working out. I'm definitely going to hit sensor manager next time when I go into battles and want to see something other than my own ship. Kaboom. I don't want to do overkill here. Doo-doo-doo. I think this thing gets away. Yeah. Yeah, the explosive laser is great, except, you know, it's got shields and is running away. There we go. She's got the energy thing now. Woohoo. Mission success. So I got some blueprints, and I even got a nanoforge, which is really cool. But that's about it for the fancy stuff. It just turns, you know, mostly supplies and fuel and stuff out of that tech mining thing. But, you know, might get something later. Might. Yeah, I figure I'll read all the blueprints that I get from that tech mining, but leave everything else just so I get an overview of, you know, how much can I actually get from tech mining. Alright, so I'm thinking of dealing with the Pather fleet. It's like, how am I going to do this? And I bought a state beam, so I'll like definitely bring that along. Yawn. Nope, critical strength. I go and intercept the fleet. It's en route. So I figured the best way to dealing with this path of threat is to just nip in the bud by hopefully be able to take out one fleet at a time, which, spoiler alert, I do. There we go. Doesn't look like anything scary. Like the scary path of ships are the ones with flamethrowers on them, and they just charge right in your face and just annihilate one of your ships right then and there. Oh, it's pretty intense, but I didn't see anything like that. All right, speed normal. Yes, it definitely feels sluggish when I'm watching at this speed. It's pretty funny. Like, wow, I've got all this leisurely time to deal with the enemy. And I think that main flagship can do a sprint. So I think it takes out my ship. Here it goes. Blah, 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 dead. It's like, oops. It's like, whoa. Scary. Yeah, and when they have flamer weapons on them, they're even scarier. Ow. I'm trying to get in there to, like, uh-oh. Ouch. I'm trying to get in there to, like, at least distract the damn thing. Because I figure with enough numbers we can take it out, no problem. Got a really small shield arc. And since it's perfect time, let's bring in my explosive ships, and that'll take out its flank, no problemo. It'll come out and be able to deal with it. Because I might be a big ship, but I've only got 2 chemical lasers, and these 2 little ships have the same chemical lasers on one that I have on one flank. So, multiplying my force projection like nothing. So I'm still manually targeting it. I mean, manually piloting. Those rare occasions where I decide to, like, target a ship. Lock a ship. So yeah, as long as you can surround and overwhelm a ship, it's usually dead. Just have the right kind of guns and you can go to town. Woohoo. And the nice thing about the sensor manager like this, you can still see your ship through the transparency. So, see it in action. So, semi-cool. I think I put it on, yeah, I put it on autopilot. Yeah, the spaceships are great, and I'd love to use them in my battles, in my fleets, just to take advantage of their crazy, crazy behavior. Except, I usually get them destroyed really quick, and they're not as useful as they are an annoyance when they're on the enemy team, so... That's a weird ship. It's only got guns on one side, and I think it's got hangars on the other, or I forget. But yeah, it's kind of silly. And it goes boom real easy. Glass cannon, really. Okay. Yeah, the wife will be arriving home at some point soon-ish. Hopefully I can get a lot of this stuff commentated. DIABLE. You're dead. It's just a matter of picking off another one after I repair myself. Yeah, the question is, how many times can I do this before we actually reach my home system? Here we go. Go in with all my officers. I really should remember to add my Centurion so I can guard my Sunder. It's a bit squishy. Yep, barf. Wee, sluggish speed. Yeah, I think this time I'll take some damage on the port side and then eventually turn my starboard side towards the enemy. I figure, hey, I'll hide behind this wreckage right here. Pound everybody. But, yeah, the enemy has other plans for me in store. Surprisingly, I think that frigate survives the fight. I'm like, do I need to do anything to save my ass here? But I'm thinking that the way it looks fairly okay. And I only get a choice of a few ships, so it's like, okay, who do I bring in? Bring in the Centurions. Yep. Good enough, donkey. Alright. That'll do, donkey. I'm okay with that cruiser. This one, I forget the name of it. A throne cruiser. It's okay. It's not. I wouldn't rank it up against my Foca, but it's interesting. It's got it. It's useful. But yeah, I love my Focas. They're awesome. Did I bring in my Sunder? I think I kept it out of the fight. No, wait, it got killed right away, didn't it? Lol. Or was that the other fight? Oh, we'll see. Wait, give me a sec. No, I kept it out. It apparently had... Oh yeah, it was destroyed, so it wasn't fully repaired. So I kept it out of the battle for this session. Gotcha. I do like those, what are they called? Strix, large cannons. The bullet speed is really nice. Might not be the most accurate, but sure does what it says on the tin. That's for sure. Damages shields. It can do quite a fair bit of damage to armor. That ship can start to flee. Like, kill it before it gets off field. Oh, almost dead. There we go, almost dead. Come on, kill it. Ah. I think I got more things to worry about. I haven't taken a lot of damage in this battle. It's like somebody killed that thing. Oh yeah. Okay, I am going to go kill that thing. It's like, you're not getting away. Yeah. And from here on in, it's just mopping up. The one on the left's going to take a while because it's so damn stubborn. One on the south is probably going to die fairly soon. Got so many enemies around it. And the one on the right is going to be a problem because those eradicators don't have any real explosive weapons on them. And I'm waiting for more ships, but I don't see them. I think that's it for this battle. I think the enemy is cast its bolt, so to speak. Go, missile ship. I think the problem with the throne is its weapons, the rear explosive weapons are out of range, and the hypervelocities decide to fire instead, and it keeps the other out of range. So maybe I'll go in and check its advanced gunnery controls. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, poor destroyer. Why do my destroyers get picked on all the time? You bastard. You monster. Kaboom. I was playing last campaign, or one of my test campaigns. I was running with Starship Legends, which I like because it adds a little role playing, but it can get really tedious when you've got an expendable ship on your hands, and it just it doesn't play well with that. Demoralized crew. There we go. So, spoiler alert, I do end up breaking up this invasion before it even reaches my home planet. I take out 4 of them, and the last one gives up and runs away. Which I don't realize until later, because I don't see the mission successful notification. Or do I only take out 3? Do I have to only take out 3 of the fleets and the other 2 run away? Yeah, getting close. Alright. I think we're normal speed still. Haven't sped it up. All my officers. Do I bring in my centurions? Come on. Come on. Oh, poor Sunder. Oh dear. Hopefully it survives. So I let my ship go autopilot. I used to worry about the waypoints and capturing them, but not anymore. I just fly straight into the enemy. Oh, tally-ho. No, get the Centurions. No, don't do that. I'm actually quite surprised by one of the ships flanking me. I shouldn't have. There was a waypoint down there. They do like to flank. It's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, definitely not me. It's definitely autopilot still. Oof, one of my eradicators is taking a lot of damage. Ouch. He might actually get destroyed if he fires a missile at me. No, it's just gonna die. Alright, boom. Ouch. And my sunder is going to pop. Oh dear. Huh. Yeah, my carrier is dead. I'm like, whoops. Oops. You know, like, okay, I need all my ships now. Yeah, kind of need everybody on deck. Taking too many losses. Yeah, they just were able to divide and conquer me this battle. Definitely still autopiloting. Yeah, the AI is really good at turning undamaged portions of your ship towards the enemy. Thank God. I think the wolf in the south east actually takes out that enemy eradicator. Oh yeah, this glass cannon. Lol. You're deaded. Very deaded. Oh look. Looks like that eradicator is actually fleeing. Flame out. Dog meat. And battle over. I think that's that. I think that's it. I think I broke the pathers. Oh. Oof. Yeah. I think what I do is like, okay, well, they're definitely going to invade my system, but I've taken them down to 2 fleets. I'll quickly get enough crew so I'm not undercrewed, and then come back and deal with them. But as you can see, the notification came up and said Pather defeated, they're retreating. So I go off thinking I need to fight more when the mission's done. Yay. Alright, playback speed. Now, do I remember to put away my combat ships? I think so. I'm like, okay, where are they? Where are they? I don't see it in Colony Crisis. Did I get rid of it? And I realize I have. I just check out just to make sure. Like, where are they? Okay, they must be. Yeah, I must have. Then I realized, yeah, I did. I defeated them. Yay. I actually go and destroy that base, I think. Yeah, I think I do this session. I kind of meander that way. I go to the east and then south and then deal with it. Check out one of the storyline missions. The technology crate or something. Grab all the excess guns. Nothing fancy, just quickly. Oh, I'm fading. Yeah, I need to go have a nap. Now, this is the thing. I was like, see me splitting these troops up. I'm like, okay, how many? Like, I got a bunch of Marines that were no experience, and I wanted to split them away from the ones with max experience in order to sell the unranked Marines, and I think I split them enough to figure it out. So yeah, I'll sell. I'll keep 350 and sell the rest. Whoops. And that's why I name the ships the way I do. So when they're damaged in hyperspace, I can quickly go, oh, that cost me. Should I be more careful? Nah. Selling all my stuff to get hopefully a faction boost with Imperium. Yeah, I'm having doubts about the efficacy of selling Marines like that, and hoping I don't lose experience or my most experienced troops doing that by accident. It's like I hope I pick the right stack. But spoiler alert, I do. I pick the right stack. Yeah, it's weird. I get this transport mission to Beholder Station for like 5,000 credits. Woo, whoop-dee. But it ups your reputation a bit each time. And then I contribute a little bit of offering in the way of credits, I think, to the cause, which gives me more faction with Luddic Church. Who cares about Luddic Path? Luddic Church, yeah. How much time I got? I got about an hour and a half. So that's times 4 speed. Oof. Should theoretically, we're looking at about half an hour more watching time, and I'm pretty sure the wife will be home before then. So I'll be definitely muting my mic and letting it finish. Which unfortunately will probably mean herky-jerky battles this session, for the rest of this session, once she gets back. Because I'll be busy with wife aggro. Well, Yeah, yeah. Accept all your missions. Well, the great thing about this guy is there's no time limit on the missions, so it's just great. You just go to him every once in a while and get a whole bunch of missions. And hopefully, some of them will be clustered together on the map. Don't I? Sorry, I don't know how long I'll be AFK. Nope, fairly quickly. I mostly do those quartermaster missions just for the reputation points. And the annoying thing is, do I remember to grab my fuel? Hopefully. The annoying thing is some of my agents that I've acquired through missions and having them, you know, hey, can you be my permanent mission guy? Some of them aren't the faction of the station, which is annoying. I think the one in Nachita, he's independent. He's not hegemony, which is too bad. Check out the yeah, so that's what I've got from tech mining so far. Not too impressive. Yeah, this is where I get a bunch of crew and go out and make 3 colonies right away. And foolishly, make them hazard pay, which, you know, I really can't afford at the time. But derp, I corrected the end of this session. Yeah, before I get in too much trouble. Before my profit goes kapoof. I'm fairly sure the size of your fleets depends on the size of your colony that the base is at, but I'm not sure. But regardless. So I got 2, I made the gas giant and the other moon at that same gas giant around the secondary colony colonized. And then I colonized a planet with rare ore, which my other colonies don't have. Yeah, what I do is go low crew, I believe. Do I forget to get crew? I think I forget to get crew. Yeah, I forget to get crew. I could colonize it. And then I'm way under crewed for my ships. I realize it fairly quickly too. Yeah, I realized it then where I saw the crew size. I'm like, oops. Alright, put you back. Don't need you anymore. And do I set let's wait. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. Nope, not you. Come on. Further back. Come on. Okay, you're annoying. You're annoying me. You're really annoying me. Okay, let's try that again. Get ready ships. And I check you. And what? So I've got 2 built in. So I already had to. Yeah. So once I got the integrated targeting unit, I could put more points into events. So the capacitor situation was okay. I think I maxed out the capacitors, put a bit more into vents. So all 3 ships have 2 built-in hull mods each. So yeah, they're hot. They're hot to trot for sure. Very much once you get them up to maximum vents and maximum capacitors, they're an excellent defensive screen. They can hold the line very easily. Well, most of the time. I needed to make the insulated engine assembly built in to get even more profile reduction, because my fleet was kind of easy to spot, so I didn't quite want that to be the situation. 2,000 troops, crew. 300 Marines. I think I put the Marines away. Or not. Okay, keep them, because I figure, hey, I've got lots of cash. No problem. I've got 1.3 million. Yeah, my eyes kind of widen once I reach the end of the month and start seeing the cost for all the colonies, but I don't clue in until I'm completely broke. Yay me. Alright, so all my planets have spaceports, so I'm going to go in and build a patrol station at each of them. And realized I'd been controlling way more than I'm allowed, and have been getting penalties to my my income and stability and everything. There we go. Patrol station started. Patrol HQ. Your fuel is way less when you're doing this too. Okay, what was I looking for? Forget what I was looking for. Is there a derelict or something I have to search for? I'm looking for a pirate ship, pirate fleet inbound. Okay, I'll go for the other one. It's funny because I go for this one and hopefully take control of it to spot the incoming defense fleet, but Yeah, that thing to the north is the station. So yeah, didn't have to do much searching to find it. And I think it's the pirate base that is interfering with my colony. So, and it's only yeah, should be no problem. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So the trick with these is to try to keep at an angle like this and work away at it, so it doesn't concentrate all its firepower on you. Which would be better. Yeah, fairly easy once you have a decent fleet and the right weapons. Yeah, if I'd looked at the battle report, I'd be able to show you, but I didn't be able to show you how much damage that Mjolnir turret did at the rear of the ship. It does quite the heavy lifting, let me tell you. Pretty cool. Ouch, ouch. So I'm going off to one of the storyline missions, the technology crate. And I realized belatedly I can look in my Intel screen to see what stuff I get this month from the tech mining thing. Yeah, like I said, had been playing for 2 years, completely forgot. But yeah, having it the production slot sent to the secondary planet means I can always go back there and look at the inventory and see what I get in total. These ships are fairly easy. I'm too afraid of this particular destroyer, but I shouldn't be. They're fairly easy to take care of. Look at all that. Yum. I don't know. It looks kind of... Well, it's definitely asymmetrical, that's for sure. Not sure if I like that. So I'm like, is it worth checking out the center of this system? Nope. So what do I decide to do here? I think I go for that one. I go east then south. Yeah, east and south, then south some more, and take out the Pather base. Worthwhile objective. And I knew what I was getting into, so I hit my emergency drive before I jumped into the system. Or, sorry, as I was jumping into the system, I hit my emergency drive. And do I remember? Yes, I do. I get all my explosive ships. Now watch me wipe the floor with these guys. Yeah, you got the great weapons on your ships. It's the combat is no problem. It's no contest. I'm like, man, nothing. Let's get out of here. But I was like, wait, there's a survey ship in this system? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to go search for it. Later. Later, skater. And nope. I'm not going to backtrack for a distress beacon. I know. Very lazy. Nothing. Just jump out of here. And I start getting worried about my fuel. So I'm like, yeah, my fuel's getting low. I should stop faffing about. Get to business. Patrol HQ. Then I look at my credits. I'm like, I just spent 130,000 per month. So I'm like, quick, click off the hazard pay on everything. quick. I realized the hazard pay on my my main planet isn't really affecting my growth rate that much, so I turned it off. But yeah, I think I re-enabled the hazard pay on my secondary planet. I don't think so though. I think it was too paranoid about going broke. Ooh, space elevator, cool. Yeah, I couldn't figure out if the Pather base was in this system or the one next to it. It's in the one next to it. And nothing worth it. Translating out and go beat up that Pather base. Now this Pather base was annoying because I went to that sensor beacon, took it over, but the directions that the fleets were coming from were tripping me out. I couldn't quite place where to go to find the Pather base. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be in that direction, right? No, it's actually in the planet to the east of the sun. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, is it over here? Because I saw a fleet go from that direction. No, it's just from the jump gate. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it over again. Going dark. Beat up some ships. Yeah, deal with these guys handily. Burp. Barf. Sorry about that. A little bit hurt and jerky. Yeah, good. Done. Alright. Yeah, so then I see something coming and I'm like, wait, there we go. So I'm like, yeah, let's destroy you. Give me a sec. Playback. Speed. On. Zap. I love that shit. So fun. Like I said, I'm not really sure if I want the phase lance on that ship. But yeah, when you change weapons, you could potentially change the dynamic of how the ship fights, so it's sketchy. Hopefully when I upload it and YouTube processes this video, it won't blur a lot. Like, you get a lot of pixelation when that happens, so hopefully it doesn't ruin the experience, especially when you move around a lot to view like what I'm doing right now. You potentially get a lot of pixelation, so yeah, I think I should definitely not do this in the future. Yeah, just kind of panning about like this is definitely gonna pixelate a lot of stuff from YouTube. Doesn't make it look that great. That's my wife. Yeah, I think this will be the last battle. Yeah, this is the last battle for this session. Well, the last space battle. I take out path or station, but it's, you know, it's just a station. Not a lot of panning in that. Oh, that'll go boom soon. Good old Wolf. Take it out, Wolf. Yeah. Kaboom. And game over. I think I let them go. Yeah. There we go. Off we go. And I ran into the station. Yeah, it was a bit annoying. I usually dependably find the station when I just spot incoming fleets and just, you know, triangulate where they came from. There it is. Yeah, I'd like to do this more often. It's just, you know, the wife, it's hard to, yeah, she doesn't take me seriously at all. There's lots of interference. Yeah. Yeah. Opening my mouth is not wise when she's about, especially about a game. Comments from the Peanut Gallery. But yeah, this type of base is easy to deal with. It's low level. It's not built up. Yeah, it can get pretty hairy when it's got those extensions all filled out. There we go, translate out. And where do we go next? What do we do? Got quite a bit left to go. Why am I going this way? Oh, the red planet. Oh. Oh. That wasn't my last battle. Alright. Yeah, this thing's scary. Look at that. Wow. But thankfully I gang up on it and kill it right away. Thank God. It's hard to chase after it. It's hard. But, killed it. Thank God for that. Yeah, it was underwhelming. That's for sure. But yeah, if it catches ships by themselves, yeah, annihilation. Yeah, I definitely have to remember to set a guard for that Sunder laser ship. It's not good when it's operating, you know, on the flank by itself mostly. Cool. Oh yeah, right. Definitely be able to put it into my secondary plant colony. Yum. And I don't read the the blueprint yet. I keep it around. Yeah, it's fairly interesting. Lethia. Yeah, I think I arrive at Lethia and then tap out. Yeah, it's getting towards bedtime. Nope. Yeah, leave, tap out. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Sorry about the herky-jerky of it, and hopefully YouTube doesn't pixelate a lot of that panning action. Yeah, hopefully me slowing it down helped. But anyways, yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. And it would be fun to do this kind of commentary that I'm doing right now. It's just that, yeah, I have a life, and I don't have a man cave. See ya.